Hello and welcome everybody out there in Twitch and D&D land. Oh hey, look, I'm
Oh no.
I'm that guy again. Yeah, I forgot to
Oh.
change that. God damn, I do this for a living, guys. Listen, I just came back from vacation. I'm not maybe I should run everything like this, from now on, just give you this. All of the
Just the
emotion through the
eyes.
eyebrows.
Just the eyes, baby.
Judging. Yeah, maybe. But no. Yeah, I do this for a living. Sorry guys, vacation is all I ever wanted. There we go. Hey, look at that. Here's my face. It's there. I made that happen. So, before we jump into the action, as per usual, we have a few short announcements that we have to make. The first of which is would need more zoomed in for the eyes thing. Oh yeah, I could definitely make it work though. Do something else for that. Before we jump in, you should definitely like the video, leave a comment down below, subscribe to our channel. All of that helps us out tremendously. We are trying to take Pro DM Joey and send it off into the world so that more people can enjoy us, more people can enjoy our games, our world, our community, and all of that fun jazz. In addition to that, if you are watching on the YouTube channel, why don't you come over and watch on Twitch? Our full schedule's in the description below. You can check all of that out. You can tune in for any of our multiple games we have. We have 7 streamed games a week, and we just aired our very first casted show on Saturday. So yeah, if you enjoyed that and you want to help support more things like that, getting more creators onto the internet to be entertaining in the D&D universe, then go watch that video, like it, subscribe to it, show up for the casted event. All bits we earn while we are streaming the casted event itself goes directly into the pockets of the cast and the GM and the showrunner to make sure that everybody is treated fairly the entire process and the entire way. So yeah, I think that's going to be everything. So, Bibble, tell us what happened last session.
Last session we started off with Forjum was having a dream after traveling on the road to the William Gate, where he met maybe a god, maybe not. We don't know. I don't know. Named Janus. Janus was talking.
Janus.
Am I saying Janus? Janus. Janus. Okay.
Janus. That's what the name was. Yeah.
Make sure. Janus, a person from god from Zodiac that said some worlds were in peril. When Forjum tried to get more clarification of which worlds were in peril, Janus was kind of vague. He kept listing off different worlds. Eventually, after talking a while, Forjum got convinced to Janus to send him back to his own timeline. Praying they got within his close date, he got sent 5 days later. The group thought Forjum was crazy. Most of the time, thought he caught the Nico, but then they arrived at the Wuyang Gate. When there, they noticed it was very tense there. The group ran to Jenna and Judy. Actually, her name, but I just remember that.
Janet.
Janet. I think Judy, though.
Yep.
Eh.
Ran into her for the first time in this game.
First time in this game. The group kind of, while running into, they kind of just didn't really mess with that and just kind of was like, yeah, let's keep going. Kind of avoid that situation entirely. The group arrived at Trustenwald. They went to a bar / blacksmith area where Fortune made a friend, did some blacksmithing there, made a few items. Jasper talked to his patron for a bit, and kind of was like, hey, they need to go to the first glade to get a hilt. That's all I'm asking for you to do. Go. The group then later on met awkward rich kid and bought some things from him, and kind of was generally nice to the group, even though he was being very nice to them. And that's about it. And SparkNote's version to the best of Nico's ability to pronounce.
So we did miss a little bit of something. I'm not sure if you talked about that. You guys were debating on which route you wanted to take to the Versglade Mountain, with multiple options. So,
Yeah, they're
Yes, we're gonna try and cut him off.
so
before they
which
got
route?
there.
You guys show me on the map.
yeah.
I doubt they'd go through the southern one, so probably either the water route.
Would
the
you rather
north-
me move you all over to the
Yeah.
Menagerie Coast map?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay. Oh, hey, look, he's not here.
Oh yeah, we got a little markers still too. Okay. So we got the waterfall to the north and the water passage. Then we have the crypt that we went through before a while ago, and then there's the one in the jungle.
And you all are currently at Trustable, leaving to head in some direction already.
Yes, somewhere in this direction.
So, since we have 4 people, why don't you debate?
I think we talked about staying out of the jungle and not taking the water route because the water route was long.
Yes, this would probably be the easiest and quickest route to get from where they're headed through the Wuhan gates and whatnot.
Alrighty.
It's like the first stop. So I think we should check there first. And if they're
Alright.
not, we could possibly go to the water route afterwards, maybe. See if we
Now,
can still catch them.
because everybody else got to do something in town for 4 or 5 hours, Nico, is there something that you would like to do in Trustable before everybody left? You are muted.
Yes, I would like to send a sending to a friend.
Go for it.
I am sending a sending to. 1 second. My Rolodex out. To Thea Torabo.
As I stated before, since you
I'll
do
send it.
nothing but hang out with all of these NPCs that I had to randomly generate, who the fuck is that?
Sending it to you.
Thank
Yes, all the carousing he's doing everywhere.
you. He literally has 12 of them, I think.
Yeah.
So,
official,
like,
yeah.
any GM knows you don't just improv 12 full NPCs. You'll
I'm
deal
at
with that
thir-
shit later.
I'm at 30 at this time.
Yeah,
Great.
you build them up. You build them up as you go.
Great. Great.
That's literally all he does during his downtime, so it's
Yep.
expected.
The one with that issue?
Let's see.
Just messaging. Hey, arrived to the Empire, doing some things. Want to know if I can get a better location of where to go to help you. To start searching for that person.
Okay. The last time that I heard of where he was going, Deerstock.
Hey, you said Deerstock?
Deerstock. Come on, type. Deerstock. Which,
Hey, there's-
as somebody who is not from the Empire, you don't know where that is because it's not on your map. Your map of so few places.
If only you knew someone who did.
Yeah. If only you knew somebody who knows almost everything about the Empire's places.
Rolodex. I'm screwing around.
All right, I'll move you guys back over here. So, that was it? That's all you wanted to do?
Just wanted to get some information for later.
Sure.
That's about it.
Alrighty. So, you all have two options. The first one is to travel the road like you did before, which is about a day and a half's travel outside of Trustenwald, and then deviate into the mountain range itself where it's located. The second one is to cut across Ustalak, cut through the forest, and head directly there. One requires you have a boat.
Yeah. I don't
For
think
some of
I'm
us.
willing to get on another boat for a while.
We do have horses. We can walk.
I agree. Might
Oh,
as
you
well.
guys have
Yeah.
horses?
Yeah, they're at the stable.
They're at the stable. We bought horses at the end of the last session.
Oh, okay, cool.
Because we're like, hey, we're setting out. We should just get some horses. We got some horses.
Alrighty.
Got some draft horses.
So that's what you all want to do? Just trot?
We trotting.
Okay, I would like to know your marching pace.
Mav in the front, obviously.
Pace, not order.
Speed. Speed is key.
So, forced march?
No, just I think a trot would be nice on horses.
I think the medium was what he's saying.
Yes.
Okay, so... Alrighty.
A trot from Trostenwald.
A trusted trot.
Yes. From Trottenwald.
Don't. I'm so funny.
Yep. We're making puns out here.
Okay. So, going at a trotted pace, how many hours of travel do you want to commit to a day?
Eight.
I'd say probably
Yeah.
like, yeah.
8 hours, 2 hours to set up camp, 2 hours to disassemble camp in the mornings and afternoons.
8 hours a day. All right, so you're looking to get up into the mountain range in about almost 2 days of travel. So almost roughly about 15 hours of travel would get you there at a medium pace.
Doesn't seem bad to me.
Okay. So, you all mount on top of your horses, hi-ying and taking off over towards the mountain range. Now, 3 of you have been here before, so I'd like all 3 of you to give me a survival check.
Am I one of those 3?
No, you are not.
No.
The OG 3 have been
Yeah,
here
yeah.
before.
Oh, I remember this place.
Yeah, apparently.
I done some things here.
I was busy running for my life.
I was busy stopping someone's heart.
19 and 20. Corvos, see, as a noble, they teach you this fantastic technique called suppressed emotion and suppressed memories. You're really good at it. However, the other 2 are typical adventurers with this, like, traumatic experience overload, which causes them to remember things.
Yeah, some would call it a flashback.
Yeah.
Strange choice, but I'll live with it.
Is that what they're calling it these days?
That's why you're all good at different
the Force
things.
is so much fun.
So, as you are traveling out in that direction, you do have a small chance of something happening along the way. So, let me just roll my dice. Ooh! Roll me a d20, one of you.
Got you. No bro. I always have the good luck with these.
Okay.
Middle of the road. Love it.
You see a pregnant woman running. No, I'm joking.
Oh.
I shoot her.
Wait, does she have a weapon?
For anybody watching this thinking that joke was not appropriate, because that was an assassin last time. So
Yeah, don't. You never know.
But on the second day of travel, there's a very heavy rainfall that befalls this area, starting to pour in and whirl around from the Menagerie Coast up, swirling into this area. It makes travel a bit more difficult and slows down your pacing just a little bit. It's going to be difficult on the horses to be able to force through such a heavy rainfall and trot through such treacherous muds. How do you all react to this?
Slow down.
We could stop for break sooner.
Yeah.
You want to slow down?
The weather. If we want to seek shelter, wait out the weather to go away. Why go at the mountain soaking wet when it's gonna get cold?
I don't know how long we could wait though.
Mm,
We still need to make some progress.
I feel like we should just slow down.
Yeah.
this would be a good time to have a druid with us.
Hmm.
Yeah.
If only I
Haven't
slowed
seen one of those in a while.
Yeah.
So, are we slowing or stopping?
Slow.
Okay.
So I think get off the horse so we don't put more weight so they don't sink.
Okay. So all of you are going to be
Yeah.
marching now.
Is it that bad? Is it so bad that the horses are sinking in the mud?
It's bad enough that their hooves are getting stuck and they have to like aggressively rip it out.
Oh yeah, no, we're walking.
Yeah. Walk a bit.
We'll carry him on lead from now on.
Okay. I would like animal handling from those of you with a horse.
Yeah.
Yes, quite.
Two. We each pair had one. Me and Jasper had one.
Yep.
It was Av and Corvos.
Yep.
And then Fortune bought his own.
Okay, so go ahead.
So I'll do it first one, I guess.
Sure.
Well,
12, 9.
Good
5.
stuff, guys. Good stuff.
Unfortunately, with the heavy rain, the horses find their way and kind of just force you all over towards a larger set of rocks that they climb on top of and refuse to move. Corvos and Fordrum, you can't move your horses. Nico, you could keep moving, though it'll be begrudging the entire time, or you could wait with your allies. Your call.
we could. Is there any caves nearby we could go into?
This is in wide open plains until you hit the mountain range.
Yep, until we hit the mountain range. Okay.
I mean, I could bury. I can dig a little hole.
But when the ground is this wet and starting to be muddy, I don't think going down is the brightest.
What? That's the easiest. You just sit on a shield.
I'm not even gonna go there. Man, it sucks when your horses go on strike.
Okay, so
Happens every time.
I'm guessing. Guys, wait it out.
I guess.
Alrighty.
How far off of this place do we think we are?
You've just finished, or you've just started your second day of travel. So you
Okay.
completed the first
And
8
we-
hours. I'd say you're about 2 hours in of the 7 hours required. If you stop and wait out the
Right, and
storm,
we were
that's
how
gonna
many-
add in. 5 hours moving
Yeah.
at that pace. No matter what, you guys on foot is going to be slower moving out there, and with this heavy rain, you're moving even slower than that. So you're looking at another 10 hours if you just hoof it from here.
Yeah, no, we might as well just wait.
I see any breakage. Like if I look out to the distance, the direction we're going, like the wind and all that stuff. Does it look like the clouds might break up in a little bit?
Roll me a nature check, find out.
Let's see.
Yes, use our superior intellect.
There will be a moment of respite in the storm. In about an hour or so. It looks like it slows down its pace, but then intensifies past that. So if you wait for that hour, you would only have a few hour window to make it
Ground.
further or
But the
get
ground's still gonna be
trapped in an
too.
open wet field.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
at this
that-
point, it's turning into like a rice field type of wet.
okay. Okay.
Feasible, but you guys are going to have to do athletics checks to do that.
And we can't skirt the low hills.
This is an open plain in
Uh,
this area.
Yeah, we're not that far west or
East.
east yet.
Yeah,
I'm-
right.
Okay. I
Going-
know what I'm gonna do.
To the horses.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
So, with mold earth, if the dirt or stone you target is on the ground, you can cause it to become difficult terrain. Alternatively, you can cause the ground to become normal terrain if it is already difficult terrain. So, and it lasts for an hour. So I can make, a big old, just like a 20-foot little area of just magically normal earth that is dry for an hour.
Well, that isn't difficult terrain. We won't say dry, but isn't
Yeah.
difficult terrain.
Yeah, it'll look like it's wet, but it's like solid.
It'll be like that slightly wet.
Yeah.
That could work.
Not good.
Or at least giving you a safe space to relax on.
I'm going to talk to
We're
the.
not sinking mud.
All right, Nico, go ahead and talk to the animals.
Okay, so this weather isn't going to clear up, and we need to keep on moving.
The horses look at each other, look back at you. The one Fordrum purchases just looks down at you, then keep moving.
Ooh, I like 'em.
Okay, let's give 'em- We aren't gonna ride you. We're just gonna walk with you.
No. We wait. I lost my uncle in a storm like this. He got caught in a big sinking hole, and he just drowned.
Would it ease your mind if we walk in front of y'all?
Roll a persuasion. $21. You walk in front the whole way. And you give us more carrots.
We can do that. It's gonna clear up a little bit. The ground's still gonna be muddy in about an hour, but then it's gonna storm again. So that's why it doesn't look like it's breaking up anytime. We'll walk in front.
Technically, I could use mold earth like stepping stones,
You also could do that too.
because it doesn't take very long to cast, and I could just
Takes
right underneath our feet and then recast it to the next one for a very long time.
And it lasts an hour each time, no concentration.
Yes.
You wanna do Jasper, the horse
It would only affect like one person, one horse, unfortunately, but
so,
at least for the person in the front, maybe.
so Jasper. The horse and guys, the horses agree to move on with us as long as we keep walking forward in front of them. As you see Nico talking to the animals again.
Wait a minute. Every time we always go in front of somebody and they say they want to stay behind, they always either stab us in the back or run away.
It's our own horses. At worst comes to worst, they'll run.
Mine
I mean-
doesn't have any weapons.
Where do you think the horse is going to get
Well,
attacked from anyhow?
Surprise.
They're
Surprising.
horses. They have hooves. I've been kicked by a horse.
They can bite too.
Could
Yeah.
be paranoid, but I think you're getting a little bit too paranoid.
I feel like worst case scenario, we could take them.
I'm not saying there's not a possibility. If it
Only
comes
one
to
of
it,
them
we'll-
is a warhorse, right?
If
I
it
think-
comes to him,
Fordrum,
we'll eat
did
him.
you buy the warhorse?
I don't
No,
think anybody
they're
bought a
they're
wolf.
all
Oh,
draft horses.
Okay, yeah, never mind. They're all bitches. Like, they're all...
Yes, if it comes to it, we'll eat them. So,
Rather not, but still, yes.
Okay. Hey, we're gonna start moving.
Uh-huh.
Horses.
Alright.
How many carrots do we need?
Also, they want. Yeah, I don't know. They said they want more carrots.
Depends
want
on
more
how long
pay.
the stick is.
There's
So,
Tell them that I will create all the carrots they can eat if they just help us get moving.
we don't need to do that. They already agreed.
Right,
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, they already agreed. Let's not promise more.
Okay.
Oh boy.
the master negotiator talking
More
to
pay.
the wholesome guy. But anyways, you all start traveling through this area. Jasper, with you assisting the person in the front, is that an instantaneous effect?
Yeah.
Does it say
Or-
instantaneous?
Instantaneous or 1 hour.
That's just how long it lasts.
This effect lasts for 1 hour. It is not an instantaneous effect, which means you can have multiple instances of it up past 2.
Yeah.
If it's non-instantaneous effect, active at a time.
Yeah.
So, okay, you can only have 2 effects of it. With a marching order of tight march, you can actually manage to make it much easier on the horses.
Yeah, I basically do it like 2 at a time, like 2 blocks at a time going
So, who's leading?
underneath us.
Well, if this is happening, I'm going in front.
Okay.
I see
Forge,
opportunity where this goes.
roll me a survival or perception. Your call. They both will yield different results.
I'll go perception.
Nice.
Because you're not bad at that.
I'm not bad at either one.
You're not trained in either one. Okay, gotcha. So,
No, those are my trainings.
oh, you're proficient? Oh, I keep forgetting your wisdom
Yeah,
isn't
in
super high.
perception and survival.
Yeah. Alrighty. So, Fordrum, as you are moving through this area, you do start noticing that there are large divots in the land, large little pockets that seem to have been loosened earth that are now filled with rain and rising to the top. And you start deviating everybody around them. As for any
Yeah.
of you, it's no problem, but for a horse, that is a deadly situation. Falling into that.
Or when your legs are my length.
I mean, I feel like you could
Yeah.
probably survive.
Yeah, no, I can survive it, but at 4 feet tall.
Yeah,
you-
yeah.
Heavy armor. Yeah, you know. No.
Goddamn
Yeah.
water.
Why
Destroy
is it
water.
so damn wet?
Destroy water. Fuck all of this.
So I keep on my ring of swimming.
Ah, nice.
That worked through the mud?
It works through a sinkhole like that.
Yeah, filled with
You
water.
just step over it. But yes, you start traveling and getting everybody around that. After about an hour or so of travel, and you are moving at a slowed pace, all of you are soaking wet. You start feeling the weight of your armor and your clothing starting to wane against you. Jasper, you are assisting everybody by keeping a patch of land that's easier to traverse, but I would like all of you to give me con saves. You are being assisted by Jasper, though. 25? 23?
So I can't assist myself, or I just make it easier for myself.
Well, I said everybody. You're included in that one.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
15.
Oh my god, I rolled
14.
so bad.
You're all fine. It is causing Jasper and Nico to start becoming a little bit heavier of breath, but you guys have been adventuring for quite a while, and marching is something you've adapted to, though mostly to roads. You're managing, it's just becoming a little bit more tedious of work. Fordrum and Corvos are doing perfectly fine, and the horses...
If I wasn't casting this, I could cast precipitation and air blow dry myself. Ugh.
Oh, I can do that.
Oh, well there you go.
You're dry!
You are an umbrella.
Corvos, you're dry!
And now what?
And now you're wet again.
It's just blow dry, wet. Blow dry, wet. You're gonna ruin
Yeah.
your hair.
Joke's on you. I don't think he has hair.
All of our clothes are gonna get
No, I
all
do.
fucked up.
Oh, okay.
To probably
Not on his head.
No, it's,
It's all on the
It's on my
chest.
head.
That's right. Yeah.
All body hair.
Nothing but chest hair.
He has nothing but leg hair. It's just leg hair. Nowhere else on his body.
That'd be very strange.
Mm-hmm.
D&D. Fuck it. So yeah. After that hour of trekking, you do gain 1 hour of respite, which is free movement. During that time, what do you all do?
we have a bit of respite. We keep on walking, take a short break, or go faster. Those are, I think, A, B, and C of our options. What do y'all
So
think?
we just keep on moving.
I think we just
are
keep going
trying.
at this pace.
We are trying to beat people to a location, or at least meet them at the location. So
Do we see any coverage anywhere, like when I say any a hill, forest, big tree?
Unfortunately, wide open is the only description I can give you right now, other than the mountains, which is your destination.
As we just keep on marching, guys. Looks like.
Alrighty then.
Welcome to the Great Plains of the U.S.
Normal pace?
Yeah, no over energizing ourselves or exhausting ourselves by doing
Okay.
it.
do we think moving at a quick pace for an hour would help?
The only hour of respite from the storm you'll gain.
Yeah, it's only hour of respite, then we have to go keep on marching through hard weather again. Why tire ourselves out when we're peaceful?
I'm
Yeah,
sure
no,
the
I-
horses will hate us for that.
No, I get that, but what if it wasn't hard for them? Like, what if we had an hour of just sort of normal? Would that help?
What do you mean?
I think I can cast Water Walk
Oh, no.
on the horses, and everybody should move fine. I mean, it's
On mud?
supposed to work on quicksand, so it can't be that different.
Yeah.
Going to do that, I would say do it when it's raining harder after the hour of respite.
Sure. I think that we do that when we need to, when we have an inkling that we're close, or
Yeah, when we get like say if an hour of maybe a little bit quicker pace, we could do it.
It's only a single target, so unless you can upcast it, you can't get 2 horses.
Ah. Rip.
Yeah. Oh, up to 10 willing creatures. Oh, never mind. You
Yeah.
can hit literally all of you. Yeah, I forgot.
yeah.
The utility spells are actually really fucking good. So,
I am in the opinion of we take it normal through the calm weather, and then maybe through the crazy weather, we do that and go a little bit faster, or at least normal pace again. We won't be as encumbered through the heavy rain. What do y'all guys think?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that sounds fair.
Sounds like something. I'll tell the horses what the plan is.
all right.
At least clue them in on what we're doing.
The horses seem confused because they don't understand magic, but, you know,
You will be able to walk on the mud.
you'll
When
give
it
us
starts
more
raining heavy
carrots.
again. We're preventing you from doing more work.
And
This
we
is
get
actually a
more
benefit to you.
carrots.
Yeah, once we get back
Yeah.
to
Here's carrots.
So, anyways, 1 hour of marching, no check needed. After that, the storm intensifies yet again as you've just had the eye of it pass over you. And at this point, it is starting to soak through your clothing, and you're all starting to see your breath emanate out in front of you. It's a much harsher, much colder rain than what you're used to from the Menagerie Coast.
I hate it.
Boardroom, you're fine with this.
Hmm.
However, Nico and Corvos, I need con saves from the two of you.
I'm going to use.
Is that still being aided by
It is not.
Jaspers?
This is different than just marching. The problem with marching is resolved with the water walk.
Using inspiration for this roll.
Go for it.
Yeah. Oh boy.
14 and 12. Okay. Corvos, I would like you to mark something on your character sheet, please.
Oh,
You,
okay. What and where?
just anywhere that you can visibly see it, you are suffering 1 point of cold exhaustion.
Oh, but I'm resistant to cold damage. Doesn't that help with that kind of?
Oh, you're resistant to cold damage?
Yeah, trains
Yeah.
are cool now.
Now?
No, that was always there.
Oh. Oh, never mind. You're good then. That
No,
would have
they
given you
added cold
advantage,
damage to
so...
Tritons.
No, that was.
Yeah.
In Theros, I remember very vividly.
Well, you have it, so you're good. 18 is fine. Nico, 14 is just barely enough. The cold is sitting into the two of you, and it's starting to become very uncomfortable. Jasper, can you give me your roll?
Yep. I'm used to being wet, but usually then it's warm.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey! I'm strong.
You're managing to handle this cold fairly well. Nico, you are becoming more susceptible to it in further stretches of travel. But everybody else, you're doing perfectly fine. After another 2 hours of marching like this, the storm seems to stop.
What time of day are we at now? Dusk?
The sun has started its descent over the horizon, but it's not quite there yet.
Corvos, if you don't mind drying us all off.
Muted.
Jasper can do it too.
Y'all muted, Corvos.
Yes, I oblige.
All right.
Yeah.
The two of you.
Do you mind also getting the horses?
Yep.
With their coats and everything.
You help out the horses, but luckily these are horses from the Empire. They are from a much more cold environment and have been raised here for that. But all of you dry off almost instantaneously, and you only have a few more hours before you finally hit the mountain range. You can see it in front of you. And for the trio, your eyes just keep wandering around the tops of them, remembering the last time you were here. Now, for one of you in particular, this was a bit more interactive than the others.
Mm-hmm. Sure was.
Would you like to give me a charisma save, Jasper?
Yeah. Oof. My only two good saves.
14. But you're really good at them.
Mm-hmm. Unless I roll garbage like I.
You hear that voice yet again. Hello, Jasper. You seem anxious.
Yeah.
Why?
I was not expecting you to ever come back here, honestly.
Well, at least you're doing good work. We can certainly give you that.
Right.
What are you
Yep.
worried about?
You did mention that this place is extremely dangerous, and heading near it is still, doesn't seem very safe, but
Fair enough. But all you have to focus on is getting that handle back.
yep.
And once you have that, we can begin becoming closer. Share more.
Yep. That's the plan.
You sound so enthusiastic. Do you really not have any trust in me? Have I not saved your life and your allies time and time again?
Oh no, I appreciate everything that you've been doing. It's just, raining, heading to dangerous places, the usual.
You seem like an ungrateful child right now.
I mean, I did come here to get the hilt specifically for you.
Well, it doesn't have to seem like such a chore for you. Honestly, Jasper, I want us to be friends. I like having you around. You're entertaining.
Wait, I'm definitely not funny, so that's definitely not it.
I never said funny. Your dry presence with such obnoxiously ostentatious people. I have to say, it's quite entertaining for myself.
Ah, that makes more sense. It's not like I don't want to do this, it's just, honestly, it was just the weather sucked, and that's why I don't really like the Empire. That's why I never came up here.
Honestly, that's understandable. I'm not much of a fan of the Empire myself. Though,
Yeah.
I'm sure for vastly different reasons. Well, there is one more thing I want you to be aware of as you head into Verstglade. There's a shrine in there. Now, almost anybody else in all of Exandria, if they would try to step foot there, would be attacked on sight.
Oh.
You, however, will have the opportunity to step in there.
Why, I'm assuming you can help with that?
I will ensure that you are seen as not an enemy, though they will not treat you like an ally until they see that you believe like us. If you end up believing like us.
Believing what?
That things should be different, Jasper.
There's a lot of things that should be different.
Yes, there are. And you hear a little smile in her voice now.
Especially in the Empire. That's one of the main reasons I actually came here in the first place.
Absolutely. And, well, if they like you, you may find out truths. Things that, well, the Cerberus Assembly would rather keep quiet.
But those are the best things to know, though.
Aren't they, Jasper? Aren't they? So, just letting you know, when you get closer to it, I will make sure you become aware. Though your journey through it will be your own. I will not be allowed to intervene.
Okay.
Best of luck journeying.
Thank you.
So,
Oh, big oof. Okay.
you all continue
I finally learned how to
traveling.
say it in my brain this time. Not speak out loud.
You're learning. You're learning.
Yep. He realized that was not good last time.
So, you all continue traveling. After a few more hours of this movement, you eventually make your way closer towards the mountain range itself, an expanse of the Ashkeeper Peaks that rest at the very end of the Empire. Around this close, you finally enter into slight forestation. And luckily, Jasper and Nico, both of you know very well where you are heading. The experience emblazoned into your mind. So, as you navigate your way through the forest, making your way over towards the side of the mountain, Nico, you rolled a 19, correct? Jasper, you are initially about to create your own rock-like platform to walk up. When
Yes.
Nico points to the backside, going, walk around, remember? It was like literally a straight path.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's what I tried to do last time.
Yep.
That's how I got up last time.
Yeah, that's how he
Yeah.
caught up to you after being a day behind.
Yep, I remember. Yeah.
Stairs.
I made a platform, and then we had a goat.
Yep. Yeah, you had a goat. That's right.
Yeah, it was very nice. But
You
there
also
were
had a
stairs.
furbolg with you. They were pretty cool.
Yeah.
You also had Cade.
Hmm.
He was
Yeah.
pretty cool too.
Yeah.
Everything was cool.
He was the goat.
He was the goat.
Yeah.
So, you all walk up a little section of the mountain, get around to the eastern side of this one large peak, and there is a laid-in, well-hidden traverse that, unless you were this close, you would not see. From further away, it has kind of like a shield guarding it on the side. And as you are walking up, it's fairly slippery from the rain that just moved over this region. At this point, you are well past sundown. It'll take you about an hour to get to the mouth if you want to push. But your horses are having difficulty moving in such a narrow space.
Hmm.
Would this be a good time to cast the water walk on the horses?
Oh, I assumed you guys already did that for
That
that
was
last
earlier.
section.
That was
yeah.
earlier.
And that helped out tremendously.
Yeah.
I don't know if we should stay the night up there.
Is there any caves we should go into? Anything? Other to
That's where you're heading.
We should probably wait.
Third cave. Other than that one, I don't trust that cave.
Roll me a perception check. Let's see what you see from this side.
I trust any other cave but that cave.
Nine. I mean, maybe about an hour back down the mountain, up a different mountain, up to a different section that seems open. But that'll probably take you 3 or 4 hours. Back where you came from, there's the forest, but I don't think any of you have tiny hut anymore, so
Nope.
you could camp right here on a pathway that leads up to the cave and down from the mountain. Or the cave.
We should make it to the cave.
Make it to the cave. Okay, just a little bit farther, and we'll be at the cave, and that's where we'll be spending the night.
Alrighty. So, you all travel up there. One last hour, and as you make it over towards the mouth of the cave, the 3 horses begin reacting very resistant as they look at the cave.
Okay.
They are
What's going on?
refusing to step inside. You're using another spell slot?
It's ritual.
Oh, so you take 10 minutes to do that.
Yeah, take 10 minutes.
Okay. So, after 10 minutes, everybody else trying to get situated, the other 3 horses just backing up, noping. They're shaking their heads. That's bad. That is bad. No.
Yes, that is bad. But there might be things out here that are worse.
Out here
want-
is nature. That's bad.
We could tie the horses up here and then go in. They'll be fine.
Okay. If y'all don't want to, we're going in there. If not, we're gonna tie y'all out here.
Yeah, we're not going in there. All 3 of the horses
Okay.
are just no.
Okay, we're gonna tie you up here.
All right.
Sleep.
So, you tie them up out here, and the mouth of this cave, Fordrum, because you're the only one who has not experienced it yet, has a handful of crates and barrels that seem like they used to house many different materials, most of which look like adventuring, traveling gear, expensive bits that could have been sold off. You can tell from the labels on the side that they belong to probably even some companies. And there's a ring of loose bits of metal tied on a wire, just lining the floor that you almost didn't notice as you walked up, but then luckily your passive is just high enough to see. A very simple trap, but a trap nonetheless. Further down, it winds into a bit more of a narrower path that, just leaning a little bit, you can tell snakes in different directions. Something that's not welcoming for easy travel. And did you ever spend time, mining or diving into caves back home?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. The design of this seems with purpose of reaching the surface. Because of your one dwarven ability, Stone's Cunning.
Yeah.
This tunnel was made upwards, not downwards, as if somebody was in it and wanted to come out. And it was with the purpose of breaching the surface, not for any intelligent reason for trying to excavate or create or craft a mining facility or anything like that. It was with purpose of leaving the mountain.
Right. Well,
That's
I will
what-
explain that. This thing wasn't made to be entered, it was made as an exit.
Makes a good one.
And knowing that this leads to the Versglade and there's a very large crypt behind it, that's not a good sign.
That's very comforting. Yeah, that's always comforting.
Does the stone look cut or does it look broken?
It's cut.
Okay.
They definitely had proper tools for the job.
Yeah.
If you want to get more information out of it, You're welcome to roll me a survival check with advantage because of your stone's cunning.
Okay.
Okay.
23.
Now I would like you to give me a history check, also with advantage because of stone's cunning. Hey, who would have known dwarves are good in mountains?
Well, just not good at history.
That's not bad. So
16.
23. The material they had is material you can imagine is comparable to other communities and other factions of mountain-dwelling individuals. I mean, they're nowhere near as sophisticated as your home is, by any means.
one
Down
would be.
there, they have the best technology for excavation available. But they had proper tooling, as good as any other. So it was purposeful and from experienced mountain dwellers.
Yeah.
History 16. By your estimate, just from the mouth of this cave must have been crafted somewhere in the last 200 years. It's not that terribly old. Some
Right.
mountains are 1,000 years old easily.
Sure.
And excavation sites, but the wood inside, especially for such a climate that is so harsh, being stuck in between fuck no, this is way too cold, and fuck that, way too many hurricanes, the wood is lasting fairly well.
Yeah.
Though the community that would have had interactions with this does not strike you as dwarven. Now, with a 16, you're familiar with Duragar. For clarification, they're not evil, per se. They're just prefer diggy hole much deeper in ground.
Yeah.
And fuck daylight. Who needs that shit anyways? It's definitely not Duragar.
We used to with their little spell slot.
Yes. And it doesn't appear human either. You can't really place your finger on Elven, so you imagine it has to be something else or closer to Elven that did something like this.
All right. Well, I'll explain all of that in my guesstimation. So if anyone has anything they'd like to contribute, cool. Otherwise,
There, just for general knowledge, the political situation of Exandria.
Wildmount?
Wildmount. Why was it Exandria?
What do you know about the political situation of Wildmount?
Empire and Jorhas hate each other.
Okay.
Fair.
You're aware that they hate each other, and both sides blame the other for why they hate each other.
Yep.
That's unless you're in that circle, they don't. The Empire's really good at propaganda.
Yeah.
Really good. They have an archmage who's in charge of it. Corvos, however, you might know something.
Each other, not at all.
Yeah.
So maybe it looks like it's coming up this way from the east to the west. It could be a Jorhasian tunnel. Maybe. I'm just putting it out there.
They might have used it, you know.
Yeah, maybe like a backup plan, say, if something happened, or just a preparation thing that we discovered.
Yeah, it just might have been an old exit tunnel to get into the Empire from Ross, maybe.
Maybe. Does
I go
anyone
up to the mouth of it and look in.
Does anyone know anything about that stuff? Like, Drow?
Does it look like there's still people here? Like there was last time?
Oh, survival check, Jasper. Fordrum, you get about 40 feet of flat mountain land before it cresses downwards. And then...
Well, I'm not going to step in, but because it's all wet and slippery, I'm sure, but I'll stand at the lip and take a look down in.
All right. It immediately starts snaking through the mountain, whining side to side. 14 survival. if there were traces of people recently being here, it probably just got washed away or washed away in the past 5-6 months.
So no new crates on the outside or cages like there was last time?
I mean, newer than when you were here, but not new.
Gotcha.
They look weathered. They look like they've been affected by the harsh environment a little bit.
Okay.
But
All right.
it definitely was still in use after you fled this area last time.
Yeah, at least for a while.
But not
Probably not.
not
anymore.
anything that would tell you it's recent.
Yeah.
So I'll turn around and just look at everybody else and go, so what do we know about this hole?
Well, the small amount we were in it, there was a cult to Despater here.
Oh,
It captured Reggie originally.
of course.
And we went in, we snuck in, we freed some of the prisoners. One of them got taken down almost immediately by one of the cult members. And then we ran with the people we saved and, barged through a lot of obstacles. But yeah, we got out. Luckily, no one died, had Reggie, and then we just fled after that. We never came back
Got it.
after we saw the cult members.
Got it.
Yes. And we fought
Well-
them previously to even going to this crypt. We met them in the forest before we even got here.
Those
So
were
they
the
were-
killed though. So that.
Yeah, and then that's when Reggie was gone, and yeah, they were none too pleased with our presence.
So that describes why this place seems so evil. Cultists.
Yes. Yep. And that one guy that we saw that was underneath, that was part of that whole ritual thing that me and Rez heard about,
Mm-hmm.
that seemed to be their leader, who was also here when we came here the first time.
Oh.
Yes. So when I saw
that
him,
guy.
when I heard his voice, wasn't very, stoked about that.
Sort of a whole oh shit moment.
Yeah, I was not doing too good.
So what is the likelihood that they are the same people, since they were in the same city, that might be the ones who have this hilt?
That is probably a high possibility.
Okay.
Not necessarily, but given our luck.
But
Yeah,
very,
probably. Wouldn't be surprised. From what we learned before, we learned that Despater is very into the arms dealing. Lot of weaponry going around. He's like the supplier for the Hells, basically. So a very magical looking, strange hilt sword, I'm sure they're very interested in.
Right.
So I wouldn't be surprised if they found it and you wanted it originally. And that, when I saw originally, it was in Port Zune. So, and them just so happening to be there, it might have had something to do where the two paths of the murder and them trying to get the hilt intersecting, which is probably why they were working together.
Got it.
Because this could be wild guess, but I think when he was he had the hilt. What did I forget? Cross. I feel like he might have found it, and they wanted it,
Oh.
and he probably wasn't willing to give it up, and so they probably hired the Myriad to go get it for him.
Can the hilt help bestow power to someone?
I have no idea. All I know, it seems to be some sort of like powerful weapon, or used to be a powerful weapon, probably an artifact of some sort, maybe? Like just an old relic I'm
Yeah.
not sure. It seems to have some sort of historical significance
So
in some way.
that might not have been how he received his new powers to be able to go.
No, I doubt it. But he might have found it while he was there up north in the Empire,
Hmm.
and then brought it down with him, and they probably chased him down or found him or waited for him to come back to the menagerie where he was out of the Empire, and then took it from him
Okay.
when he was most vulnerable, which was at sea, where it's a lot harder to get people to help protect when
Yeah.
you're out at sea. So that's at least my theory so far.
Okay. That all has a lot
From
of
what I've
logic.
learned. Yeah, from what I've learned. It makes the most sense. So I wouldn't be surprised if we find the people that have the hill and it just so happens to be the cult, so I would be prepared.
So, what do we think? We going in a tunnel? It's not a good idea.
No, we
But-
should probably rest out here and then try to explore it tomorrow morning. Because I don't think we should rest in the cave.
How many boxes are outside this tunnel? Can we build a fort?
Pillow
Uh,
fort.
You could build a fortrum.
Yeah, no, I know I said we, but
Yeah,
I really
yeah.
meant I. Me.
Yeah, you'll be fine. You could just literally take one of them and put it over top of you, and you'll be good.
Yeah.
But-
We also probably shouldn't sleep in front of the entrance of the cave. People are going to be coming out and in of. Maybe they might not like us.
Jasper looks around. I don't know if there's anywhere else up here.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It's kind of just this one flat area before you get to the cave, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you want to head back another hour or so back down the mountain. I mean, we could still take shifts and make sure that someone's awake at least to possibly warn. So,
Of course.
I say we just try to set up camp now up here outside the cave, and then try to head in the morning.
All right. So, I take a minute and see if there's a way I could restack boxes and maybe stretch whatever kind of cloth or fabric, or I've got all those skins. Is there a way to literally fort this up so that we can at least stay, keep heat near us, keep rain off us?
Roll
That's the
a
goal.
survival check.
Yes.
Like I said, it'll be easy for you to get it for you. And you situate a spot for you very well. If
Yeah.
the taller people could fit into your blanket fort, I mean, that is their own prerogative, but you're cozy.
I mean,
I'm not that much taller.
I could try to mold some of the land around here to be, a little bit dippier, maybe, if you want. I could try to make a little alcove, just a little one,
But Forgem, you have a blanket fort.
pop in.
Really, that's all that mattered. No,
Screw you guys, I'm going to bed.
That's your cleric.
It's the
Can I
best
just take
cleric.
another barrel or something and try to do something similar for myself, or
I mean, you can certainly try, yeah.
I mean, yeah. Man, I'm used to sleeping on the ground.
Roll a survival. Whoever's.
alrighty.
8. You put a barrel down next to you and kind of lay next to you. And then it starts rolling a little bit. You have to stop it and bring it back.
Oh boy.
But yeah.
I'm gonna sleep on the other side of it now. See if
Okay.
that
Hey.
helps.
Now, all right. So
Corvus.
no one in the cave will see.
Oh, here you go. I got you. And you'll use Molder to sink the barrel a little bit so it gets stuck in the earth. Yeah. There you go. Now it's
Perfect.
be solid. There you go.
Yeah. Mold Earth
works.
is really good.
Yeah, it works.
Yep. And I'll just make myself a little earth bed. I'll make myself a little Lightning McQueen bed out of earth, and it's perfect. Just perfect. Make a little earth bed. Yeah.
Nico will.
Cast Tiny Hut.
Oh,
That would
only
be
if.
fucking hilarious.
Only if.
You guys are cozy?
God, I
So what are you
wish.
doing, Nico?
Nico's gonna find a nice part of real estate on the ground, on the nice hard stone, and take off his shirt and just use that as a pillow for the back of his head.
Oh boy.
Alrighty. So, you've all set up a nice little spot for you to rest up a little bit, right outside the mouth of this cave, leading deeper into a desecrated ground that Jasper knows just a little too much about, and everybody knows just a little too little. I believe this is where we are going to go on break. Everybody, stay tuned. We'll be right back.
God, 9 can't